Okay. Welcome back to NieR Automata.
She's still skirtless and he's still pantsless. Can you tell I'm having really a lot of fun with this? Getting back into this game. Just listen to this music too. I love it. By the way, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you know what's being said in this song at all?
Is it in a different language?
It is in a language that doesn't exist.
Then how are you telling me if I understand it?
I wanted to see if you could pick anything out, because all of the songs are based on a language. There are some actual words mixed in there. Sometimes there's an English one. I forget which one's specifically English, but I know there are French ones as well as like German. Where like the song is based on that language, but it's been mixed and shuffled around. There are some like legitimate words in there, but for the most part, most of them are all over the place. So the interesting bit about the music even is that the lyrics that are being sung are sung in what they call chaos language. And that it's meant to be like the original humans who lived here. It's meant to be like their language. Like some mixture of like all of the different languages of the world that melded together at some point.
Interesting. So why isn't she trying to smack the camera away now?
Because I think the other one was like, oh, you're trying to look up her skirt. In this case, she doesn't have anything to hide it anymore.
Oh.
So until I die, she's not getting her skirt back. Besides, we're going to the desert. It'll be cooler this way.
So wait. You can play through the entire game sans skirt.
If you don't die, or if you do die, you just keep self-destructing first.
Is there an
Oh, there we go. I'm
achievement?
dead. I think it fucks up your chipset too, because it didn't like do anything. Let's see here. An Earth-loving android had the tables turned, surrounded by the winds of death. Let's go with that. Let's get fancy.
How poetic.
When your character dies, yep, that's the body system that we already discovered.
That is super poetic.
Oh yeah, like the messages are can be very poetic.
Wait. MP?
MP?
It said you remain in MP 100%.
Oh, I missed that.
There's magic in this game?
There is not. However, the first game had it. And I don't know if that's because we're robots versus,
Report. Mail
what are
notification
they called?
received from access
I don't know
point.
if the difference is because we're robots versus, like, humans or what.
Well, I thought you said they're not robots, they're androids.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, we can use them interchangeably. However, like, if you're talking about them story-wise, they're going to, like, fight that tag. Because I think in their mind, like, the machine life forms are robots, and their creators are different. Like, androids are the humans are the creators of androids, and they take a lot of pride in that. If the name "Glory to Mankind" as their tagline isn't enough to tell you, and the machine life forms were made by aliens that were invaded.
So Pod is a robot, while 2B is an android.
Pod, I think, isn't even that. I think they just consider Pod a machine. Like, he doesn't have any kind of, like, artificial intelligence.
Oh.
Like, he's more of a tool than anything else, like a Roomba, except that, you know, he'll announce what he's doing. Or, you know, give you a suggestion based on what he's, you know, algorithmically thought of.
Oh crap, What's that Rick and Morty, like, what's my purpose in...
Oh,
what's my
Butterbot?
What?
Butter Robot?
Oh, yes.
You passed Butter. Oh my
Oh.
god. Because I do know that there's a character you might like what we're going to meet shortly.
Okay.
So I'm not going to mess around in the desert too much because I'd like to get there before the episode ends.
You're from Yorha, right? I've heard about you guys. We've got a squad mate waiting in a rocky stretch up ahead. Head on over. Just remember that there's nowhere to resupply out there. If you need anything, best to take care of it here while you can. What can I help you with?
So, I know this will make no sense to anybody watching on Twitch, but hey, how do you like the idiosyncratic episode naming? How am I doing? Because I am making notes as we're playing through this, what I want to call it.
Just make them terrible. Oh, you know what you could do?
What?
This might be going too far, but if you take the same idea that these endings are going with, where there's a bracketed letter in the ending title, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Make a message.
Oh, I was actually going to go in alphabetic order.
I say make a message out of that. If you want, even like, you know, put something in there to indicate like the end of a word and the start of another word.
The Council of Humanity
and scramble
has
it.
a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our
Dude,
struggle
you
against
love
the
the
machine
Gravity
life forms
Falls is
at a
showing.
stalemate.
I know.
This battle has raged for far too long. I am sure all of you find the effort grueling.
Is that wrong?
But now is not the time to give up.
No, Gravity Falls
Now,
is awesome.
more than ever, we must forge on. Remember that several 100,000 humans on the moon want nothing more than to return to Earth.
Hey, I was only
Glory to mankind.
several 100,000 left.
Those council broadcasts are always so stiff.
But like I
Oh,
said...
so look at this guy. Look at them. They're stacked.
Report. Mail
They're
notification
stacked.
received from access point.
Ooh. So episode 25 and potentially 50... No, 24 and 49 might be pretty difficult for me, since that's going to be X.
Time to exterminate.
Trying to figure out an X word that relates to the episode.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Do a message. It'd be cool. Get some Gravity Falls going.
Maybe the second time around I might do that.
Second time.
No. I meant like our second. After I hit Z, maybe I will do the
Oh, I
message.
see. Make like a fancy ass haiku, like we just did before, but when I died. Oh, I thought those was standing. I'm blind. Alright, let's see. So I'm not gonna
So,
mess around in
hey.
this desert too much. We're gonna go and meet up with our buddy.
So hey, keep watching to see if I do it.
Let's see, does the name pop up right away? Nope, just resistance member. Alright, here we go.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you. I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jack Ass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well,
That can't be her
We
real
don't want
name.
to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, all right? Don't go
That
trying to be
can't
a
be her
hero.
real name.
Oh, it's totally her real name, or at least the one she chose for herself. Because, I mean, they're androids. And if they're not part of Yorha, who names them?
Why did she name herself Jackass?
She probably doesn't even know what it means. This
Huh.
thing's like 200 years after humans, and who knows if
opens
that
a
type of
sealed
language
gate
is
with
still
explosives?
in, usage.
There's gotta be an easier way, right?
Nah, man. Explosives are cool.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you're noticing it, but these guys have masks on. That is a reference to, like, the first game again.
Did you play the first game?
I watched a full playthrough of the first game. I freaking love it. And when the new one comes out, I'm buying it. I've been on the lookout for the PS3 version of the original game, though, and I haven't found it. I've been trying to find it with the original box, which hasn't gone well. I know that I know that the original game also came out on the 360, and that there's a difference between whether or not you want a father NieR or a brother NieR.
Father and brother?
Yes. The literal main character changes. Voice and everything.
Why?
Localization! And in fact, it's probably a much better choice in this regard. So the brother thing was something that Japan was all about, and what Yoko Taro originally wanted. And they're like, that's not... The brother-sister dynamic doesn't sell well in the West.
Oh, you were telling me about this!
Yeah, so the actual producers decided to make it a father and a daughter for the West. And that went over well. It's one of the few times a producer has made a very good decision.
This sand sure is slippery.
Okay, so the Xbox has one version. The
Careful.
PlayStation
We've
has
got
the
enemies
other.
approaching.
I think one is Replicant and one is Gestalt, I think.
Okay, so it's not like the character model is different.
No. No, the character model is completely different.
Oh, wow!
The voice, the character model.
These machines are
So,
talking.
Yeah, I've heard
when
from the
it was
resistance that they've been
released in
seeing this a lot
Japan,
lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
was it released on the 360 in Japan, too?
I think so.
But was it only one difference? Did they only have like one version on both systems?
What do you mean?
Like, was it always the father version in Japan?
It's always the brother version in Japan.
Oh, the brother.
I would be what I would say. I think personally, I want to say that like it was system specific. So because the PlayStation is a Japanese console, it was brother on there, and I think the 360 version was the father.
Oh, so the PlayStation version in the West is still
Do you think
father.
they even understand
Yes.
the concept of being
I
scared?
believe it's Replicant and Gestalt, and each one is specific to the system.
Is the story different?
No. Although I will say, I think some of the lines have to change up a little bit depending on which version you're talking about. Because you're not referring to like a young boy anymore. Especially because one of the characters in the first game is gay, or at least is alluded to be gay. I think they confirmed it outside of the game though. And it's a little weird when he starts getting on the father about being gay.
Huh.
So I think it was changed more to like to be friends rather than to like be more interested than that. Like I think it got toned down.
Huh. So in the West, we kind of rewrote the game code.
I mean, I wouldn't say you gained code, but you definitely rewrote the character a little bit.
Well, we changed the character model and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the move set is still exactly the same. It's just the skin.
Well, yes and no. I think the model had to be changed a little bit because of the
Height difference.
yeah, the height and the arms and stuff would have to change.
What's with the weird looking
Like a little bit.
outfits?
You just stretch it out
Seen
maybe a
that
little
sort of
bit.
thing.
Okay,
I was
so
going
it's
through
not
some
as
old data.
drastically that
It looks
that
like what
I'm
humans
thinking
used to
about
wear
in my
as
head.
well.
No, it is nowhere
Certain
near as
human
drastic as you're
collectors used to
thinking
use
it
face
is.
paint like that too.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, and like the original NieR, there was a lot of interesting tidbits in there, specifically because of the fact that like when you played like another playthrough of the game, right? What you got was another character's perspective on it.
Oh.
So like you would still be playing with, for instance, the main character, like the father, but all cutscenes would play out from the perspective of another character. So like
Interesting.
so there's a thing in those games. Oh my God, it's the suicide bombers. So there is
Yes.
a
Yes.
character.
I love these enemies already.
So there is a character in the first NieR who is able to like understand what the enemies say. And during your first playthrough, you don't know what they're talking about or what they're saying. You play through again and you get to her point and you start understanding them. You start feeling real bad for those enemies.
Oh.
Because you're starting to like get what they're saying and what they're talking about. And the whole time, that character that understands them doesn't say shit. And you gotta wonder why.
Is there something like that in this game with second playthroughs?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, it even goes after the first one. It tells you you are not meant to play this just one time. You need to play this more than once.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, here you go. Here's a good example.
To be, it's fine. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random. If they wanted help,
Nope.
why would they be attacking us?
Yeah.
Is
Don't I have that equipped anymore? Support. Oh yeah, it's not equipped. Weird.
maybe because it's 10 and you don't have
no,
enough space?
it undid it. No, it was, I'm surprised it wasn't equipped right away. We're totally adding that back in. Actually,
Okay.
the evade up we're gonna add in too.
And you better just give yourself a little kick just in case.
I don't know. What are my defenses? Melee defense? Is there enough space? There's not enough space. So
I'm
11
gonna
is too
give
much.
yourself a little health just in case because you're
Ooh.
at 47.
I will in a minute. Oh, this one is fun. This one has a shockwave to the weapon. All right.
Well, when you get more space, maybe
I've got
you
enough
can.
space
Wait,
for
taunt?
movement speed.
Taunt?
Yep. There's a taunt thing. I don't think it's gonna work here because I don't think I have access to that yet.
Interesting. So will you say like 3 playthroughs might be enough?
Well, let me put it this way. The term playthrough is a bit misleading. It was more correct in the original NieR. In this one, it's a bit misleading.
Oh. Will you also hide that from me?
Like, let me put it this way. All the characters whose perspective we see in this game are not just these two. So their story is going to be different. Like, completely different.
Die. Run. Run.
Huh.
Scary.
Will we get their perspective of
It's
the
heading for that
robots?
rocky area.
Individual target
I'll let
ID
you
marked.
figure that out when we get there.
Interesting how much you're hiding from me.
I want you to discover this shit on your own, honestly. I want you to ponder these things, because this game is a... Let me put it this way. When we talked about philosophy a second ago, this game is a shit ton of philosophy melded in here. Like, to the point where they use philosophical scholar names. Like, from the past. Like, famous philosophers. Like that guy who talked about whether or not he'd be the same person if he replaced the last
that?
original part he had.
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
How's about that apartment complex go?
Yeah.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Can I even... Nope.
Glide! Glide for safety!
Glide. I don't want to run into a Sarlacc. I'll tell you this. This looks so vast, and there are a shit ton of secrets hidden all around, like items and stuff.
Huh.
Right there. Never would have noticed that.
And I do see a little glistening thing over there. To your left.
Left? This way.
Wait. There we go.
Where?
It was back a bit, but never mind. It's
Was
a
it the
little bit
one
too
I
far.
just picked up?
No. It was more in the beginning of this area.
Oh, hold on. There's a
And
staircase.
never mind.
Ah, no! Fell through the hole. If I remember it, there might be like... Nope. No, maybe. Hold on. No, that's dead. There's nothing. I know there's one in here that has like a treasure at the top of it, a box.
Ooh. I like treasure.
So do I. Oh, is there one behind? No? Alright, we got mail, so let's take a look at the mail we got. Lost equipment. There was something I forgot to mention prior to your sortie. According to our analysis team, the equipment that was lost when breaking into the abandoned factory is still... Yeah, this is telling you can go back and get your sword.
Okay.
Attention all androids. Thousands of years have passed since we humans were driven to the moon, and while the railway remains deadlocked, we know that our continued safety is only possible thanks to your valiant efforts on the ground. We ask that you continue giving your all in the mission to recapture Earth from the scourge of the machines. Glory to mankind. League of
Glory
Assembly.
to mankind.
League of Assemblymen. Council of Humanity. Operator 60, Jupiter's Fortune. 2B, have you heard of Jupiter's fortune telling? It's all the girls over at R&D have been talking about lately. They say you can examine the color and shape of Jupiter's great red spot and learn what kind of luck you'll have when you win. What kind of luck you'll have with health, work, and love. Sounds amazing, right? I'll try it and let you know what I find out. Operator 60. She's so happy, and then you have just 2B here who's just like, I fucking hate everyone.
Oh, there, 2B.
No
Let me
emotions.
just give you a little pat on the head.
Emotions are prohibited. Patting is prohibited. Oh, that's still got that thing on it.
Continuing this next time. It's also prohibited.